What's going on, everybody? SuperSaiyanPaul here, back at it again. Today we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Super episode 130. And no, guys, it is not airing today. It is airing March 18th, if you guys did not already know that. So make sure you guys are aware, or if you guys do not know, because a lot of people were caught off guard with the break for 129. And there's going to be an episode next week and the week after, and that shall be the end of Dragon Ball Super. So make sure you guys click off the video if you guys also don't want to be spoiled as to what's going to be happening in Dragon Ball Super episode 130, as well as Dragon Ball Super episode 131 and future discussions. If you guys are going to stick around, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications. This way you guys can stay up to date on all the latest information on what's going on. So today, we would have actually, if they kept it in a consecutive weekly type of format and they didn't have these breaks, we would have been seeing, for the most part, the episode titled An Unprecedented Super Showdown, The Ultimate Survival Battle. Now, what we know is that in episode 130, there's going to be a minute and a half left of time. Episode 129 did not use up a full minute of time, meaning that the ending fight, the final battle, is going to go into the final episode just a bit. And we know that Takahashi is going to be animating that final bit, so it's gonna be really good to watch animation wise. Now, for what we know so far, Dragon Ball Super episode 130, it's gonna mainly be what we all expected. It's probably gonna be the best fight of all, hopefully. And what I'm hoping for here is that they don't reuse animation, because one of the things that I did see with animation in episode 129 is that they reused a lot of it, and some of it seemed very, very similar to what they've done in the past. And that was the thing. Like, I caught it the first time, I was like, it's a good fight nonetheless. All of the hype is still here, but I just hope that they use some brand new, fresh animation cuts instead of using up the old stuff, because it's the final battle and I just don't want them to like dull it down. I want everything to go all out, because this is the end of Dragon Ball Super. And at the end here, what we know is that Mastered Ultra Instinct, spoiler alert guys, is going to fall at the hands of Jiren. So Jiren's actually going to have the upper hand in this battle towards episode 131. There's some way that Jiren's going to defeat Mastered Ultra Instinct. He's going to ring Goku out. But we know in episode 130, for the most part, it's going to be a stalemate. What we know from the spoilers, if you guys didn't already know, let me read it back out for you guys. A minute and a half remain in the Tournament of Power. Son Goku has the upper hand battling Jiren. Jiren then concentrates and finally gets serious. Surrounded by a red aura, he dashes fiercely and fires a ki blast at Goku at point blank range. Goku is totally blown away. From the spectator seats, Krillin and the Turtle Hermit are worried, but that's all we know right now for the summary. But from what we've seen here, it's basically going to be a back and forth struggle. We know that Goku's not going to get eliminated, and we know that these two from the preview are going to give everything that they've got. Jiren goes shirtless, and that's where things are going to go to its fullest, because now Jiren's actually serious, because for the longest while, it's been like a running gag now that Jiren gets serious. But what I wanted to ask you guys, is Jiren going to unlock Ultra Instinct, or does he already have it unlocked, or something of that nature? Because for him to be this powerful with zero real transformations other than his 100% form, he is more powerful than a Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, the strongest Goku in quote-unquote history, and on top of that, a form that can dodge almost everything, the overpowered form. This is what has people up in arms, because you have Plot Armor Instinct here, which is still going to fall short against Jiren. And now that Plot Armor Instinct is going to fall short, it turns into a Plot Armor coincidence or convenience that it falls short just for Frieza to get the win. Now, also guys, comment down below, do you guys agree that Frieza should get the win here? Because a lot of people, like even myself, even though like it was either way for me, like I did prefer if Mastered Ultra Instinct won, that it would still work because of all the hype, because you can't just have the strongest form out here. You can't just have the best end-all be-all transformations and still have to lose. But at the same time, it's a redemption arc for Frieza without killing the hype for both of these characters, because they made Jiren so hype, so powerful, that, and such a boring character, which I'll be making another video, best believe me, later on about that. His main selling point, Jiren's entire premise, is that he's the strong, quiet guy, and if he just gets overrun, not only does his like entire existence it's like wasted, because this was Akira Toriyama's idea. The anime staff didn't agree with this one, and I don't necessarily agree with it. If you just have generic strong bad guy with just a he's like no better than a movie villain, like a forgettable movie villain. Like, he has less personality than that. And for them just to say, oh, his biggest selling point is the strongest thing, then he has to win the fight, or else he's gonna lose some of the hype. And the way like movies work and even shows, it's only as good as the villain or the person that they're up against. In this case, it's Jiren, who's still technically a good guy, but it just doesn't make sense in terms of like the overall arc. Like, why would you just bring him in here? Oh my god, he's so strong. Omae wa Shinduru, and then gets defeated just like that. That means his whole character was wasted. And if you compare him to any of the Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super arcs, he's the biggest lackluster character here, and it really kills the entire arc as a whole, because it makes you think that that hype was there for nothing. That's why if Jiren was to get Ultra Instinct, it would still, or even if he has Ultra Instinct, because his aura looks really suspicious in that preview, and in the summary for episode 131, which I'm going to go over, it's going to be interesting as well. It's just, that's what would really create more hype around Jiren, keep him up there, because if he has Ultra Instinct that redeems him as a character, this guy doesn't have any real transformation besides taking off his shirt and making himself look super buff. Toppo had a very unique transformation, and that's where a lot of the elements that were supposed to go towards Jiren went to Toppo from the anime team. And Toppo, even though he was short-lived, they wasted a lot of his potential, but they did some things right, especially with the transformation. So if you guys agree with that, tell me in the comment section below. But Jiren, like, if he was just defeated like that, they would have killed his hype. Then Goku, if Goku actually overpowered Jiren with like plot armor instinct, that leaves absolutely nothing in store for the show, because like Master Ultra Instinct with how fast he's powering up, where is the ceiling cap? What is the next level to everything, and how fast is he going to overcome everybody? This still leaves potential for the future. Now, with Frieza also being in the ring, that also adds a redemption arc for Frieza at the same time. So this is how things work out all in sync, but the best way for them to do it is this, with having Frieza eliminate him. But the thing about Jiren is that having Jiren beat Goku, do you guys think he's just using 100% of his power like Frieza did? And do you think that we're going to be seeing more of Jiren's personality show up? Because in episode 130, it seems like it's just going to be action, action, action leading into episode 131, which the spoilers are right here. I'm going to read them out loud for you guys. If you guys don't know, it's probably going to be in the description. A miraculous conclusion. Son Goku has fallen from the arena. It seems like Universe 7 has lost and everyone will be annihilated, but haven't broken through his limits. Goku and Jiren stare at the Omni Kings as if the match isn't over yet. So now that translation right there could be pointing towards Goku. It's just like, it's really tough to find a rough translation, but Jiren and his powers going maxed out, matching Ultra Instinct Goku. Does he have Ultra Instinct of his own? Because not only Goku can master Ultra Instinct, there's other beings out there, and that's where it brings a very unique thing to the table here, because Vegeta's gonna hopefully eventually get it down the line in the future if they do consider continuing the series off of here or beyond, because Ultra Instinct can be unlocked, but it's only from a handful of individuals, and Jiren being one of these beings, which would explain so much of its power, would definitely work out, because they just didn't give that much anything to his character, and this would actually fill up a lot of the holes in his character and make it a little bit more redeemable. Tell me if you guys think that would make sense. And this way, if he had Ultra Instinct, it would actually make sense as to Goku getting defeated in Ultra Instinct, because it's almost like equal footing. However, one of them has had it in like a longer time span and had more time to adapt to it rather than the other. Goku's only been in Mastered Ultra Instinct for less than a minute so far, and in episode 130, that's going to probably be the full minute in terms of like 30-second timing being used up or stuff like that, or even the full minute and a half. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Ultra Instinct Jiren, hashtag Ultra Instinct Jiren, hashtag Shirtless Jiren. Smash that like button, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications. That's going to be the breakdown of episode 130. It's just going to be a back and forth fight with hopefully no reused animation and them unleashing Jiren's full potential and maybe a bit of backstory, if anything. The number one thing that we have to see here yet, and I might be elaborating more in a video, is Jiren's wish, which would probably bring a lot of depth to his character, which we haven't seen yet, and Frieza's wish as well, because we know what Goku's wish would have been anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care. Peace.